Hello, my name is Karol. Welcome to the Good Code channel. The problem we will tackle today is called reverse Polish notation, because math isn't hard enough as it is, so the great Polish people found a way to make it even harder by mixing numbers and operation signs in totally different order. And FYI, this question was recently asked by Facebook. Let's give it a go. Okay, first of all, let's see what reverse Polish notation is. At the second line of the file, there is a math operation, okay? We have 2 plus 3 times 2, and the result of this operation, so 10, we have 1 minus 10, so the result is negative 9, okay? Each one of us, I hope so, can read and do this simple piece of math. And in reverse Polish notation, the same operation, the same sets of operation, will be presented something like this. So how do we read it? Okay, we go by the elements till we find an operation sign. So in this case a plus. So we have a plus, so we know it's 2 plus 3. Okay, so it gives us 5. We continue going and we see that another operation is multiplication. So we have 5 from here times 2, so 10, okay? We continue our journey and we find minus. So we have 1 minus 10, so also in here the result will be negative 9, but the operations are being presented to us in totally different order. So is it useful? It depends. Is it a popular interview question? It is, because it forces us to think in a different way, and outside the box. So we will try to implement it, plus we will implement it at the linear cost, so we will make it quite optimal. As usual, I encourage you all to do this interview question all by your own and then check answer with me. The code will be placed on the GitHub and the link to that code will be under the video. Okay? I hope you all pause the video and write the code yourself. So let's check it and see how the code works. As always, we are working using Visual Studio Code and we'll be analyzing the code by debugging it, which I believe is the best way to do in each case. Okay, so here is our function being called. So solve reverse Polish notation. So we will set a breakpoint over here. So at the very beginning of this reverse Polish notation function, and the input, our operation, is in the table. So in the table we have the same elements we have over here. So 1, 2, 3 plus 2 times minus. Okay, the very same elements. Cool. So we have everything set. So F5 and let's run with Node.js. Okay, we are here. I will expand it a little bit. And the input is what we expect it to be. So the set of our operations, I is undefined and current is also, let's say, undefined. Okay, this is some JavaScript element because we haven't invoked it yet, blah blah blah. Okay, let's think about it like it was undefined. Okay, so the first question is why I'm not using a while, because I don't like while loop and I prefer for, even if it has only one of 3 elements. Okay, still in my opinion it's more readable. Okay, so let's start. We'll start by declaring the I variable with the name with the value 0, and let's hit F10 to start debugging. So we have I that is equal to 0 and we have our current element. Okay, so in this case the current element is 1. Okay, and we check if the length of the input is equal to 1, so we have only one element left, we will return this one element. otherwise we will continue. Okay, so another check is whether the thing we are checking is a number or something else. Something else will be a math operation. Okay, in my case it's a number because it's 1. So we will continue and we will increase our pointer by 1. So now the pointer is 1 and it points to 2. Okay, so once again the pointer got increased once again, so now it points to element with the value of 3. Once again, now the I is 3, so it points to a plus. Okay, and here is where the magic starts. So we have encountered a math operation. That's why we need to know what kind of operation are we to perform. Where I want to go is here. We'll go back to the splice method in the second. So we are over here. So this function, operation generator, was called because it is the third argument of the splice function. So now operator is a plus, so we know that we need to add those two elements. So we are returning a function that takes two elements and as a return value it returns some of these three functions. Okay, we have all 4 of basic math operations. We can do more, I don't know, for example log or power, something like that. It all depends on our imagination and our needs. In this case we will return function to add 2 elements. Okay, we have returned it. We are back where we are. So now this is a function to add elements because it was returned from here, and we are calling this function using these 2 elements. So element with the value of 2 and element with the value of 1. Okay, and now how do we think about how should we approach this reverse Polish notation? Okay, we should travel as we do. When we encounter an operation like we did, we need to backtrack, okay? Because if we are doing this operation, we need to use element that was placed at index -2, so -1, -2, plus index that was placed on the -1, yeah, -1 over here. And this is exactly what we are doing over here, okay? We use splice to change our input a little bit. So F10 and magic. Let's look what happened. The values that were at these indexes, so 2, 3 and plus, got changed to a 5, okay? Because this is the result of 2 plus 3, and we are moving our pointer 1 value back, okay? So the I was 3 and now I will be 2, okay? Because we need to backtrack a little bit because we had 3 elements and now we have only 1 instead of it, so we need to backtrack not to lose any operations. Okay, and once again we check what is at the index with the value index number 2. The value of this element is 2, so we will let our loop do the circle, and once again we increase I, so now it's 3, so 0, 1, 2, 3. Now we'll be doing a multiplication. So we see that the current value, the current operation is multiplication. So it's not a number. So once again, we are coming into this function, and this time it will be function that does argument times argument. Okay, so excellent. We are over here and we are doing the splice. The splice will be result of 5 times 2. So those 3 elements should get replaced with a value of 10. Yay, great success. They got replaced. Once again, we moved our I1 index back, and it will be the last run of the loop. So now we see that the last operation is minus. So the value returned will be function first argument minus second argument. Okay, we spliced it, so the value is -9. And now we are at the last point of our function execution. So we are to return input of 0. So the first element of the input, so -9. Okay, we let the function go, and that's it. Probably it got locked to the console. Yeah, it got locked. Yeah, we have -9, and that's the reverse Polish notation. Is it useful? Not so much. Is it a great question that lets us exercise our programming skills? Definitely yes. In case you have any questions, comments, or basically anything regarding the topics that I covered, feel free to reach me at the YouTube comments. Thank you for watching. Bye.